Hey y'all, thanks for joining me tonight on live. I really appreciate it. Sorry that I'm late. Hold on, I'm trying to get the camera together, situated. I had to, get my hot chocolate and everything. Oh shoot. I had to get my hot cocoa from Starbucks. So, yes. Thank you for liking the live. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Thank y'all for joining. How are you all tonight? Thanks for joining my Sunday Night Live. Tonight we are talking about roommates and finding roommates, where to find them at, and just just talking about relocating. So I got some hot chocolate. Let me know in the comments what you are drinking on, what you are sipping on. I don't want to drink this too quickly because I don't want my mouth to burn. And I'm pulling up my notes on my phone. So got these hot cups from Starbucks. Hey, drinking some juice. I was looking up to have friends want to room with me when I moved. I didn't like living alone. I don't like living alone either. So that's great that you talk about that. I feel like it's boring. I lived alone. I was like, this is boring. It was quiet. It was nothing to do because I guess I came from, being a resident assistant. So I was like always with people and around people and stuff like that. So that's where I came from. When I moved, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know about this, but thanks for joining my live. I did a blog post about like how much it costs to live in Atlanta as a millennial. Shout out to Fully Loving Yourself. I watched your video about apartment hunting earlier today, so y'all go check her out if you are looking for an apartment. But someone messaged me and was asking me questions like, do you need a roommate? Like, how do you find roommates and stuff like that? And I was like, that is a great topic that I can talk about on my YouTube channel. So I am here today to talk about relocating and do you need a roommate and how to find a roommate. So, first of all, when it comes to relocating, I feel as if you are a woman, the world is crazy. And if you want to just feel like some type of security, some type of, you know, sense of security around you, kind of, you might want to get a roommate. I'm not saying that you have to have a roommate, but moving to another place, like not knowing nobody, like that is kind of really, really scary, actually. So I would say that you should get a roommate. It depends on your budget. It just depends on how like safe you feel in that city. If you guard it up and stuff like that, but it's still like it could be lonely. You don't know anybody, so it could just be for like a companionship and not really just you don't need like a significant other for a companionship, like just a friend, just so you can know somebody to explore the city with, to just see the city, try different things and stuff like that. So I would say that it depends on your budget, and then it also depends on how safe you feel in that city. And then it just like if you like being by yourself, then you might not need a roommate. Okay, so that's what I would suggest about if you need a roommate when you relocate to another city. But y'all, rent is getting high out here. Okay, so I suggest staying with a roommate if you don't feel like you are financially secure enough to live on your own. So, my next part is talking about how to find a roommate. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to find roommates, and I will tell you all about them, and then we'll go in deep. Now, this one's a little risky, so I just have to get this one out here because people might say it. I don't know about it though, but Craigslist is a way to find roommates if you want to find people to stay with. I know a couple people who've done it. I didn't trust that, so I wasn't going to do that, but hey, if you need to, you go ahead and do that. So, Craigslist is one. The next one is called Roommates, and Roommates is like an app. You can pay $10. It's a little expensive though. You can pay $10 a day, and or $10 like for every 3 days or something like that. It's an app. You can pay $10. You get to like talk to people. There might be some people renting rooms. There might be someone looking for a roommate, sharing it. So you can get on that app and talk to people, and they have pictures and everything like that. You can contact them and stuff as well. So that's a good suggestion. And that one is kind of more secure, I would say, because you can put your ID in there. People can put their ID in there. You can know like it's a real person or something like that. Because there'll be so many scams that you just, you don't even want to deal with it. The next one is also finding a roommate that maybe be in your city. You can find someone that may be wanting to move to where you are moving to. Maybe if someone is already there, or even a friend, like someone you might convince them, influence them to move with you. You can ask them to be your roommate. You can see who's already there. You can like talk to friends or family and stuff like that. If someone wants to move with you, that would be great to finding a roommate. um, Old college friends and stuff like that, you can ask them to be your roommates. So those would be those are like the top three. Um, like risky, you can try it. But where I found my roommate at was Facebook. My first roommate, I knew her. My second roommate, Facebook. So I would say Facebook is a great way to find a roommate. There are a lot of groups and there are some scammers out there, but I know a lot of people, especially living in Atlanta, that found their roommate on Facebook. Okay. So some of the groups that I would suggest if you are looking in Atlanta, but if not, you can just type this in your city and then that you want to move to, and you can find it. So any relocation groups like Atlanta relocation groups, Miami, wherever, California, Los Angeles. Oh, and if you're moving to an expensive city, I would suggest a roommate because off tops, off rips, 3 times the rent and everything like that. We'll get into that. But yeah, so relocation groups, there's one specifically for in Atlanta. It's housing roommates, and then it's rooms and apartments. And then you can just like go in there. You can see people are always asking, like, I need a roommate, I need to look for a roommate. And not that if you are the age of college, um, like if you just graduate like young adult, you can look in some of the like school groups on Facebook. Like I know some grad students and stuff like that because you don't want the young ones who's just getting out the house. But you can find some maybe grad school and you're like a young professional. You can look at, some grad school, maybe roommates as well. Yes, relocation groups. That's where I found my roommate at as well. So don't sleep on the relocation groups, and Facebook is free, so don't even sleep on Facebook. And if you are joining, please like the live so Facebook can tell people to come and join me. Yes, and then so just go on Facebook, just type in anything, like anything dealing with relocation and dealing with moving and stuff like that. And also there is a big group which is like Flip the Zip, but then there's Flip the Zip each city. So you can do Flip the Zip Atlanta, Flip the Zip Los Angeles, and stuff like that. And then when you go into them groups, there's even bigger groups or smaller groups for those cities that you can find as well. So that is how I would suggest it. And if you do not have a GroupMe app, I would suggest GroupMe because I was going to rent a room from somebody in GroupMe. It was a professional lady. It was just like a professional group. And I was like, hey, anybody looking for a roommate? Anybody, renting a room or something like that. And I was able to look and talk to some people. It didn't really work out too well. But anyways, GroupMe is a great way to network. If you're in professional groups and stuff like that, they may know somebody that knows somebody and that can help you out. So I would definitely say that what I used was Facebook, GroupMe. I didn't use Craigslist. I use Roommates app a little bit, but not too much. And then also when it comes to figuring out if you do need a roommate, if you want a roommate, you need to look and do a calculator from where you're moving to the city that you're going to, because you need to see how much more money you need to make in that city. And if your budget, if your money isn't 3 times that rent, then you need to be looking for a roommate, okay? Because they do not play. Like, they want 3 times the rent. They want your credit score and everything. And when you're moving out the city, it's a whole other ball game. You got to account all that you have to pay for. You got to pay 3 times the rent. You got to pay a deposit. You got to pay for a U-Haul, car, gas. Like, you got to pay for so much stuff. I would suggest a roommate, and then like after that year, you can like figure it out if you want a roommate or if you don't want a roommate, because it's just too much going on right now. And so within that, if you are looking for an apartment, I would suggest you saving up like $3,000 or $4,000 if you don't have a job already, if you're just moving. But if you do have a job like already lined up, you can maybe get away with 2,500, 3,000. But definitely, if you don't have a job, I would save like more, like $5,000, because that money just goes quickly. Okay, and that's another thing. Some apartments ask like, where do you work at? I know my apartment complex, both of them, like the landlord, I did like a private owner, he asked where I worked at, and the place that I live around right now, that's where I work at. So if you don't have a job, like, you got to figure it out. Like, are you going to be doing DoorDash? Are you going to be like, if you're an entrepreneur, you got to be able to tell them like where you're getting this money from. So that's another thing, and seeing like what is worth your 3 times rent, like where you can live at. And I was watching Fully Loving Yourself earlier, and she was talking about how your rent should be 30% of your income. And I calculated that today, and it's less than 30%. So that's good, because your girl got a raise or whatever. But so just take into account to that, like how much you will be spending moving, going out to that city, how much you'll be like thinking about groceries, thinking about housing, and not knowing that, like, knowing that you won't know how much everything is. Because me, I didn't know how expensive Atlanta was until I got here. Truly didn't know. And it's just like a lot. It's like parking, going out, doing that, like that's really expensive. But I mean, if I stay inside, like today, like my no spend days, I'm not spending too much money, and I'm drinking my hot chocolate. Everything was free today, okay? But yeah, so you just got to take into account to all that. And even when you're looking for an apartment, you got to think about it. Like, these people do not be answering their phone, so you got to kind of pop up. So if you have to plan a trip to go and look at apartments, that's out your budget. Go ahead and take about $500, $600, because you got to pay for a hotel, and you got to take time off work or something like that. So even looking for an apartment is really hard. In the bigger cities, they don't answer their phones. They be so busy. So many people are calling, asking questions, different things like that. That could take like a 6-month process, actually. So that right there is a lot. And so if you don't want to do it by yourself, I would also suggest getting a roommate, so you don't have to do it all by yourself. So yes, if anybody has any questions about roommates or any questions about relocating, please let me know, okay, in the comments. I relocated to Atlanta July 2020. And it has been a whirlwind ever since then. But I've always had a roommate. And I don't mind having roommates because I like splitting, I like saving money. I do think it's a difference between needing a roommate and then wanting a roommate. Like, if I can't live without needing a roommate, that's kind of bad. But if I want a roommate, that's kind of good. So I still may have a roommate, but I feel like when I get older, maybe I won't want a roommate as much. But me trying to go to these different cities, these bigger cities and stuff like that, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to have a roommate or something like that unless I move out the country, because uh, rent is high and these jobs are not paying. Okay. So make sure y'all subscribe to my channel so I can build my second income. So yes, I just wanted to come on here and talk about roommates and apartment searching and stuff like that. And if you are moving to the Atlanta area, I did do an apartment searches South Metro Atlanta. Y'all can go watch those 2 videos as well. I'm over apartment searching. I probably will go look for some apartments again later on, but I really don't even think I want to do that for fun. Or maybe I should do it for fun now so I can kind of see what's going on in the city. So, yes, definitely. And if you are watching this back on the replay, make sure you comment, let me know like how you are doing. How are you feeling about relocating apartments and everything like that? And what questions you may have, because I can answer it in another live episode. Sunday Night Lives at 8 p.m. That's when I go live. And I'm also going live on Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m. EST time with my podcast, Millennial Thoughts, if y'all want to check that out as well. But yeah, so that is really what I have for relocating and apartment searches and stuff like that. And if want to know more about apartment searching, you can go to my blog, Alieshiasadventures.com. That is where I wrote out everything like that about how much you need, how long you should take, and stuff like that. But definitely, I feel like if you are in your 20s, early 20s, then you might can deal with a roommate. If you are maybe in your 30s, you might not want a roommate. But definitely have a list of questions that you want to ask your roommate. Whereas you could talk about credit score, you could talk about income, you could talk about bills and how you want to split them, because that definitely comes into play with your roommate. Like you got to split the bills. Who's going to put the cable in their name? Who's going to put the water in their name and stuff like that? And just making sure you're on one accord and making sure that like when rent is due, when you got to pay the bills and stuff like that, and just having that open communication with them, because at the end of the day you got to pay the bills. So if you don't like that stressor, I may not suggest a roommate, because you do got to like pay the bills back and forth. Sorry, I'm looking at myself and not y'all. My bad, I'm gonna do better. But yeah, so think about that when you want to think about a roommate. How much, not that necessarily you're depending on them, but you're splitting everything within the bills. And then just thinking about living arrangements and like where you want to live, because some people love living rooms, some people love kitchens. Does your roommate cook a lot? Does your roommate not cook a lot? Is your roommate loud? Do you like loud or do you like quiet? I like quiet, even though I seem like I'm really loud, but like that's why I don't got no kids, because I like peace and quiet. I be, why you stumping? Why you making so much noise? I do like, playing music when I get ready and stuff like that. But I'm a quiet person. My roommate's actually pretty quiet too. So it works out together very well. I don't be hearing nothing. I be chilling. She don't be hearing nothing. She be chilling. So we be relaxing up in here, okay? And you just want to make sure that like your space is like chill, like you're relaxed. So that's how I feel about it. When it comes to roommates and budgets and different things like that. So if y'all don't have any questions, I'm definitely gonna, hurry up and get up off this, because it is Sunday night. I just want to go back to relaxing, even though I have a lot of work to do. So yeah, let me know, how was y'all weekend? Was it good? I did a photo shoot yesterday, and today I was recording and everything, so it was pretty busy. Now I'm drinking my hot cocoa. I love hot cocoa. It's one of my favorite drinks. Mm. But yes, if y'all don't have any questions, thank y'all for joining me and have a great rest of your night. I will see you all next Sunday. I might just do a chit chat or something. I don't have a topic unless y'all have topic ideas. Cause it's MLK weekend. Oh, my photo shoot, it was really, really good. I just got my pictures back today. So after I get off flight, I'm gonna go through them and pick which ones I want. I did 3 different outfits. Just like a rebrand for my channel. So yeah, that was it was really cool as well. So yeah, that was fun. Gee. Yeah, rebrand. And I know while y'all on here, like I'm rebranding my channel. I'm doing reviews. I'm about to do a review on this cup right here, Starbucks, okay? They have these hot cups or whatever. So I'm doing a rebrand. I did a new intro, like content creator, traveler, media correspondent. And so I'm doing reviews, I'm doing hauls on my channel and vlogs more. So I'm just really like changed my channel around. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to use my photo shoot for, to be able to post like the rebrand and stuff like that. So, oh, thank you. I got like 5 or 6 of them. So I was like, instead of me wasting paper cups, like plastic cups, I could just buy these. This was a little pretty. Starbucks is expensive, but I made a sacrifice, and I was like, hot chocolate. I go live on Sunday night, so you know, let me just drink my hot chocolate and go on about my day. Okay. But yes, how was your weekend? Was it good? My Saturday, I felt like went by so fast. I have a restaurant review coming up for y'all. My Sunday, it went by, yeah, okay. Like, oh my goodness, okay. You know, it was like kind of slow, but it's like, oh, time is winding down. Okay, yes. I know I'm like, dang, let me hurry and get my holiday next week so I could take my Monday off tomorrow. Gotta go back to work. I had a 2 week break, so I was just chilling. I was just used to the 2 week break. Now ain't no break no more. My emails is probably crazy. The queue about to be crazy because school's starting back this week. So yeah, it's about to be hectic. So there's that. But yeah, definitely. Okay, I will see y'all next week. I'll probably will just come on and chat. I don't even know if I'll even have a topic. It's just gonna probably be like a chill wind down. Yes, because it's a 3-day weekend and we just about to be chopping it up, okay? Just living life. I was supposed to go out of town, but I'm not gonna go to town no more. Crazy with everything going on nowadays. Um, yeah, good night. Who is this? Who is this crazy person? Oh no, get off my page. Yes, I will see you next week. Y'all enjoy your night. When y'all watch this, make sure y'all go back and like this. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.